December 2022. You're scrolling social media and you see Casey Ventura accusing her ex-boyfriend Sean Combs, more known as Diddy, of abuse and sex trafficking. You might not have thought much about it, but then multiple people start speaking out about similar issues, all linked to Diddy's inner circle. The story drags out for another year, but then in November 2024, Diddy becomes officially indicted by a federal grand jury on serious charges: racketeering, sex trafficking, transportation for prostitution, witness tampering, and obstruction of justice. It shocked the general public. What the f***? Yes, but for artists, it's sadly unsurprising. Most people think that the music industry is all red carpets, sold-out shows, Grammy Awards, and rivers of champagne. But the truth is that it's a world built on silence, manipulation, abuse, and unchecked power. For some, his case is a shock, but for us artists, it's not unusual. It's familiar. This isn't just a bad apple, it's a symptom of a rotten system. The music industry is known for stories of influential people, mostly men, abusing their influence to pressure women into sex in exchange for career opportunities. And those are only the ones that we know of. How many of those promises were undelivered is sickening. Testimonies from this case reveal how women are used for momentary pleasure in exchange for a faint chance of having their dreams come true. This is systematic. It happens around every corner in this industry, from labels to management to producers to executives. Artists spend years working hard to get attention, and then they face a brutal choice: compromise their dignity or let their dreams die. For many, that's the only way up. But what if you speak up? Well, you risk being blacklisted, losing future chances, or worse. This trial really shows what's happening behind the scenes. But what if you go independent? Let's talk about money then. Even if you avoid the toxic power plays, the economy of being an independent artist is brutal. Imagine you just finished a song. You're really proud of it. Your friends say it's good, your peers say it's good, and you decide to release it and promote it. You set up ads on Facebook and Instagram. You buy placements on playlists and you hope for a break. But here is some math to sober you up. Spotify pays around $0.003 per stream. That means if you spend $100 on marketing, you need 34,000 people to listen to your song at least once. It's a sold-out arena, and that's just to break even. Here's where it gets worse. According to music attorney Ms. Crystal, distribution companies like TuneCore and DistroKid, basically those who put your music in stores, are very trigger-happy when it comes to what they call botted streams.
TuneCore took the position not only that our client is not a real artist, but went on to say our client is a scumbag, not a real artist, doesn't deserve the money, it would be unethical to release it to him for all these reasons, and that they would be happy to release it even to a charity of our choosing. We just need to let them know. But they will not release it to our clients.
There are reports that they often freeze artists' earnings without warning or severely underpay them. Many artists also report that their songs are either taken down or they get paid $5 for a million of legit streams. For musicians already working on hilariously small budgets, this is devastating. The system that's supposed to help you distribute your music becomes another enemy you have to fight. Every song you make can be taken down at will, or worse, not allowed to be released, with the reason being some AI-generated crap. But what about artists signed to major record labels? People think that if you're signed to a major record label, it means you have protection, fair pay, and professional support. But in reality, you usually lose around 60% of your income and often lose rights to your own songs. Prince, for example, had a decades-long battle with Warner Brothers Records in the 90s over ownership of his rights. He publicly declared himself a slave to the system and contracts. Taylor Swift's story is more recent, but just as telling. Her rights to her first 6 albums were sold to big machine label groups without her consent. She publicly opposed the sale and was denied the chance to buy them herself. The company literally owned every bit of her music. She had to re-record those albums and call them Taylor's version to regain control. These stories are just the tip of the iceberg, showing that even major artists are not immune to this. On the other hand, music is business, and it's fair that investors want returns. However, unless you're at the very top of the industry, signing with a major record label usually means losing your artistic identity. Imagine you're a record label executive. How do you make sure that you earn as much money as you can? Well, you sign as many artists as you can, throw their ideas out a window, and make them make radio-friendly hits with proven commercial appeal. When you're signed to a major record label, you're assigned a team of producers and songwriters, but they're not there to help you. They're there to help the record label manufacture hits. This isn't a speculation either. A while ago, Halsey said that her record label threatened to prevent her from releasing her song unless she started a fake TikTok trend. JoJo was pressured to lose weight and sing generic songs that didn't reflect her real talent.
They got me with a nutritionist and had me like on all these supplements, and like I was injecting myself with, this is like a common thing that girls do, by the way.
Most artists become factories producing hits that fit the system because innovation rarely sells. There is no quick fix. The industry is like a tree with deep roots, but change begins when people see the truth. Fans like you and artists like me have to demand transparency, fairness, and respect. I feel like a politician, but for the love of God, don't fall for the red carpet fantasy. Behind the scenes, artists are exploited, abused, silenced, and turned into products without a soul. I'm not angry because I hate the industry. I'm angry because I love music, and I hate seeing talent crushed by a system that's broken. Change is always slow and messy, but with every story told and every injustice exposed, we can make this industry what it's supposed to be. A way for talented people to earn their fair living without sacrificing their souls or dignity. But we must take that step forward. My name is Mike Hall. Light up the darkness.